A very good morning, children. Class 4 students. Actually, I was hoping and expecting you all to see in the school today because I thought that the lockdown would be over. But unfortunately, the lockdown has been extended. Okay, so I think we have to wait for a few more days to see each other. And let me tell you one thing, children. I miss you all very, very much. Your naughtiness, your laughter, your sweet smile, I miss them all. Okay, so let's start the lesson, children. We have covered altogether 3 lessons till now, and they are nouns, compound and collective, concrete and abstract. 3. Nouns, number, countable and uncountable nouns. Lesson number 4, verbs, forms. I have given some homeworks. I was going on continuously explaining the lessons and I was giving you the homeworks also. But now it is time to correct the homeworks. Okay, so get ready with your pencil, eraser, look at a notebook and correct the answers. And I suggest you to use earphone so that you can hear me clearly. Okay, so I am starting. Page number 15. It's about proper noun, common noun and abstract noun. Proper nouns are the proper or particular names of people, places, things and objects. Common noun is the general name of people, places and things. And abstract nouns are such nouns which cannot be seen or touched. You just can feel it. And again, abstract nouns are of 2 types. One is concrete and other is abstract. Okay, 2 things there. Let's see. So the words have been underlined. You have to say whether they are proper or common. If they are common nouns, you have to say whether they are concrete, means which you can touch, or abstract, which you cannot touch. Let us see. The sun gives the earth light and heat. The underlined words are sun, light and heat. Sun, proper noun. Light, abstract noun. Heat is also abstract noun. Number 2. Books help to store all the knowledge of the world. Books is a concrete noun, you can touch it. Knowledge is abstract noun. World is a proper noun. Okay. Number 3. The silence inside the empty building frightened us. 2 words have been underlined. Silence and building. Silence is abstract noun. Building is a concrete noun. You can touch it. Number 4. All religions say love is better than hatred. Underlined words are religions, love and hatred. Religions, abstract noun. Love, abstract noun. Hatred is also abstract noun. Number 5. Mars was the Roman god of war. Mars is proper noun. God is abstract noun. Number 6. Mr. Gomes teaches us music. Mr. Gomes is proper noun. Music is abstract noun. Number 7. Love of adventure made John go to the distant places. Love is abstract noun. John is proper noun. Places is concrete, enter the play. Common. Number 8. The beauty of Kashmir attracts many tourists every year. Beauty, abstract noun. Kashmir, proper noun. Number 9. The width of this room is more than its height. Width, abstract noun. Room, concrete. Height, abstract. Number 10. Life is made up of happiness and sorrow. Happiness, abstract. Sorrow is also abstract. Number 11. The band of robbers took away all the villagers' had. Robbers is concrete. Villagers is also concrete. common concrete. Number 12. The evening brought darkness and peace. Darkness, abstract. Peace is also abstract. You cannot touch it. Number 13. Jupiter is the largest planet of our solar system. Jupiter is proper. Planet is concrete. See. Number 14. The king treated the prisoners with kindness and mercy. Kindness is abstract. Mercy is also abstract. 15. The heroism of those who have died for their country will never be forgotten. Heroism, abstract. Country is concrete. Now lesson number 3 is about nouns, number, countable and uncountable. Okay. State the number of each of the underlined nouns. In each sentence, some nouns have been underlined. You have to write whether they are singular or plural or uncountable. Uncountable, whatever it is. Number 1. Man must earn his bread by the sweat of his brow. Man, bread, brow. Man is singular, bread is uncountable, brow is singular. Number 2. The Trojan War lasted for 10 years. 10 years, stop. Okay. Number 3. The children have gone to the zoo. See, ears is plural. Ears is plural in number 2. So number 3, children is also plural. Children, plural. Jews, singular. Jew, singular. Number 4. Some of the women had babies in their arms. Women, plural. Babies is also plural. And arms also plural. Number 5. Geese cackle and donkeys bray. Geese, plural. Donkeys, plural. Number 6. My uncle's library is full of books. Library, singular. Books, plural. Number 7. You must learn how to arrange knives, forks and spoons on the table. Knives, plural. Table, singular. Number 8. As darkness fell, the hunters could hear the wolves howling. Hunters, plural. Wolves, plural. Number 9. We have only boiled potatoes and rice for dinner. Potatoes, plural. Rice is uncountable, you see. Number 10. No news is good news. News is uncountable. You cannot say it is singular or plural. Okay. Then to the next page. It's quite long, this one. Okay. Page number 18. Exercise B. State whether the underlined nouns are countable or uncountable nouns. Again, some nouns have been underlined. You have to say or you have to write whether they are countable or uncountable. Countable means which can be counted, 1, 2, 3, 4 and all. With uncountable means which cannot be counted. Okay, let's see. The doctor has asked Raman to keep away from both salt and sugar. Doctor, countable. Salt, uncountable. Sugar, uncountable. Number 2. Veena loves to play basketball. Basketball, countable. Like football, basketball, okay. Ball, it's not a game. Our cook uses too much oil and butter in his cooking. Cook is countable. Oil, uncountable. Butter, also uncountable. Number 4. He ate his soup with a spoon. Soup is uncountable. Spoon is countable. Number 5. The man spent all his money on books and lived happily in poverty.